Okay, we're going to get started. So today we're here to learn about two new home communities by Taylor Morrison. One is in Orinda at Wilder Canyon in Wilder, and the other is in the Alhambra Valley area in Martinez. And so we have a presentation today by Lawrence August, and my name is Pete Sabine. I'm with Pacific Union Real Estate, and this is my associate Michael Moore.
Good afternoon.
And we have our room sponsors today from Home Street Bank. And Home Street will be doing a little presentation at the end about special financing programs that might be of interest to you in case you're thinking about buying a house. So with that, if you want to click to the next slide, please. So this is our itinerary for today. So we'll do a brief introduction and just give you a little bit of background about each of the communities of Orinda and the Alhambra Valley area of Martinez. And then we'll have the community presentation by Taylor Morrison, and then we'll have a Q&A. And then our room sponsors, Home Street Bank, will give their presentation, then we'll have another Q&A after that, and then you're free to mix and mingle, and we have refreshments in the back. And also, if you got one of these event surveys, if you would mind filling that out and leaving that with Robert on your way out, that would be great. Okay, it's all yours.
All right, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day, in the middle of everything else you have to do. So let's speak a little bit about Orinda first. Did you know that Orinda was voted America's #2 city in 2012? And that was rated by Nextdoor.com. And that award is given on 4 data points. That's percentage of homeowner ownership, the crime rate, charitable giving, and the percentage of college graduates. And research has found that college graduates have a greater degree of voting, volunteering, and higher rates of civic involvement. The population is about 18,000 people, and there's about 6,500 households. Orinda has nationally recognized public schools. In the top 50, we have Miramani High School, which has an SAT score on average of over 2,000 points. Camp Olindo, as you know, is in Raga, but feeds from Lafayette portions and portions of Orinda and has SAT scores over 1,900 points. Orinda is also close to world-class graduate studies programs. St. Mary's College was founded in 1863. It's in Moraga. And in 1868, the De La Salle Christian brothers assumed direction of that school. And you all have probably heard of De La Salle a lot, but the high school over in Concord, well, it comes from Orinda, or from St. Mary's. And founded in 1868 is Cal. That's the flagship of the University of California system. The Sierra Club was founded there in 1882, and discoveries like vitamin K and vitamin E were in the early 1900s. Living in Orinda offers thousands of acres of outdoors activities and lifestyle. Briones Park is over 6,000 acres, and the trailhead at the Bear Creek is just 6 miles out of Orinda on Camino Pablo. There's also a volcanic regional preserve a ridgeline away up off of Skyline Boulevard in Oakland, and Tilden Park offers over 2,000 acres of recreation activity, including a steam train, a golf course, a petting zoo, and a carousel. And of course, you all know that Lafayette Reservoir is just across the street. Living in Orinda offers easy access to all sorts of arts and entertainment. The Cal Shakes Bruns Memorial Amphitheater, where the Shakespeare Festival is held annually, is recognized in the top 5 of outdoor theaters by KPIX Channel 5. It's located in the Siesta Valley between Orinda and Berkeley. It's only 17.7 miles to the Giant Stadium and 17.8 if you're sitting in the bleachers. Thank you. It's 14.6 miles to the Oakland Coliseum. But don't take my word for it. Why don't you listen to a little bit about what a few of our residents have to say. Thank you.
share with you some information about the Alhambra Valley area in Martinez. By a show of hands, who in the room is aware of where the Alhambra Valley area? Wow, that's great. Good deal. Well, it's a place that's really close to my heart. I happen to live there, and it's just a really cool community. I moved there last summer, and I'm getting to know the people that live in the area. My fiance was born and raised there, and so she has a lot of connections to that community. So what I like about it is that you feel like you're away from it all, but you're really as close as that mile sign to everything that you need. Next. So the area has a lot of steeped in history background to it. John Sweat is considered to be the founder of the California public school system, and he and his wife purchased a house. They were friends with John Muir, and that's John Muir and John Sweat, and they bought a ranch in the middle of Alhambra Valley and developed what's known as Hillgert Ranch or the John Sweat Ranch, and I believe it's actually very close or where the Alhambra Estates property is. And so it has access to Briones. There's 6,200 acres of open space, trails, recreation, horse facilities. Next. And you've got all kinds of wildlife there, deer, red-tail, hawks. Once in a while you see bobcats, mountain lions, etc. And all kinds of hiking trails throughout Briones. If you're into mountain biking, it has some of the best mountain biking trails. The area, Release Valley Road and partially Alhambra Valley Road, was used for the Tour of California route. So if you're into road biking, it has some really stellar roads. And there are quite a few vineyards going on in that area as well, and winemaking. And we have great schools in Martinez. So the schools that pertain to this particular new home community are in the Martinez Unified School District. And we have some top-rated schools, Martinez Junior High, Alhambra Senior High, and John Sweat Elementary, which is about a mile away from the site. All are top-rated schools. We have a really nice family-run Christmas tree farm right at the T intersection of Alhambra Valley Road and Release Valley Road. And that property was purchased by a friend of mine last year. It sits on 68 acres. It was formerly owned by the Griffin family, and they were ranching that property going back all the way to the 1860s. And then it's a really close-knit type community. They have the Alhambra Valley Improvement Association, which is like a way of connecting with your neighborhood. They have newsletters that go out. They have social events 3 or 4 times a year. There's a Facebook page called Alhambra Valley Living, and there's a strong neighborhood watch community as well. Oh, there's actually 11 cool things. It's legal for dogs to drive tractors in the Alhambra.
As long as it's a John Deere tractor.
Right. That's my dog Chester sitting on a tractor wearing his hat. So with that, we'll open it up to Taylor Morrison, and they can share with you about their new communities.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Lawrence August, and I'm going to just kind of walk around. I can't stand still. That's a hard act to follow, you guys. But thank you. That's really good information. That makes us even more excited about what we're about to embark on at these 2 new communities, because it is all about location, location, location. That hasn't changed. So what we hope to do is bring enough homes, enough choices that would suit your needs. So, and Alhambra will be doing 2 single stories, which you all have the floor plans, by the way, in your packet, and 1 large 2-story. So single stories are not easy to find in new homes, but we think we have found that. So we're pretty excited about that. And of course, in Orinda, big Orinda, we do have a traditional single story there, and then everything else will be based on the topography of the land, either an uphill or a downhill, but all really good plans. Taylor Morrison, we've been building in the U.S. for about 100 years, so I think we have that down. We have a very strong warranty program. I've been with